Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to DCS News, the DCS News stream for the 4th of February 2023. I'm actually just going to adjust my volume because I think I'm actually a little bit loud there. There we go. Let's see if that's any better. Yes, welcome to the stream. I hope you all enjoyed that most recent F15E tutorial. That was all about how to drop unguided weapons from the F15E, both using controls in the front cockpit and the rear, if you have a Rio, or if you don't mind jumping in the back cockpit, and also how to do it using Jester, which is an absolutely fantastic bit of AI in the F14. Well done, Heapler. Welcome to the stream, Frantic Stone. Who is first? I wonder if he's still here. We'll check. We'll get him to say hello again. Welcome, Tog. Welcome, Mark S. Welcome, Tech Gaming, Pink Floyd, JR Walker, and Byron Farrow. And Mark Point. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Griff Nizzle actually made a good point right on the end there about using, I think he was talking about the TCS. I don't know if he was referring to the TCS or using the Lantern. If it's the Lantern, I will be covering the Lantern in a later video. If it's the TCS, I didn't know that you could use the TCS to designate points on the ground. I'll need to look into that. So, a good pointer nonetheless. Thank you very much. So yes, my series on the F14 continues. I normally have a kind of bonus Black Shark video that I release during the course of this stream. Sadly, I haven't had enough time today to record that. My recording schedule was a little bit compressed, but I have managed to make the F14 video, but not the Black Shark one. So there will be more Black Shark videos coming soon. Don't you worry about that. Welcome, Jep. Frantic Stone is indeed here. Welcome, Griff Nizzle. Oh, you are talking about the TCS, Griff Nizzle. That's very interesting. I had no idea. So I will now need to go and do some research, and I will then produce a video on that a little bit later, because that sounds pretty cool. Absolutely not what the TCS was originally intended for, so that's very cool that you can do that with it. Very, very nice. Shawnium, Bombcats, JP Gibbons. I'm tripping over my words today. Colin Kelly. Welcome, everybody. So, let's get straight to the reason why we're here in the first place. Let's go and have a little look at the DCS news for today. We got this newsletter yesterday, 3rd of February. Dear fighter pilots, partners, and friends, the DCS F-15E by Razbam is making excellent progress, and the 15th of February 2023 is now the planned pre-order release date. Thank you for your patience, and stay tuned for more information about this eagerly awaited module. Welcome, Matt Hewitt. Yes, so, you know, a little bit unfortunate. We have this tweet as well from Ron Zambrano. Important information due to a series of uncontrollable events in the promotional material for the F-15E product. The pre-order date has been moved to the 15th of February. This by no means affects our scheduled EA release, Razbam Simulations. And I like that the top reply is, of course, this image that Razbam themselves posted. They have, in fact, been stung by their own bee. But this time we mean it, and it's not a joke. Oh, dear. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I like that. Griff Nizzle, same controls, VSL high and low, moves the camera up and down, no left-right control though. That's really cool, so I guess you can set the switches in the back cockpit, set your bottom display to be a TID repeater, and then away you go. Very nice. Heinz, hello, what do you mean for the Mirage F1EE? I'm not sure what your question is. Do you mean what is the F1EE, or I'm not sure what your question is. Terribly sorry. Griff Nizzle, still going to fly good though. Yep, very true. Frantic Stone, it's getting released on February 15th. Think about it. First letter of the month and the date. No, it's not getting... We're going to get to that. It's not getting released on February 15th. That is not true. Griff Nizzle, I mean F15, February 15, how they didn't figure that out from the beginning. Oh dear. Mole, I don't think I've ever seen them announce a patch this far in advance, March 1st, so fingers crossed it means they're aiming to release MT. Not sure. Anyway, author, podcaster, and photographer Steve Davies will be including, free of charge, his digital book F15E Be Afraid of the Dark Part 1 with each purchase of the DCS F15E. This is a riveting story encompassing the operational history of the F15E Suite 3E standard up to 2002. To bring you up to speed on flying and operating the Strike Eagle, Razbam has teamed up with Notso to create a series of F-15E instructional videos. Please take this opportunity to watch the tutorial series. We'll be taking a little look at that shortly because he posted a video just during the course of this week, which was more detail on the air-to-air radar, which is very nice to see. Oh, multi-threading, Griffnizzle. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. No idea. Jet 15 be here about April. Yep, that seems to be what the newsletter is saying. So, yep. Pink Floyd, Big Newy said a few months after the early release. I guess after the pre-order, in fact. Exciting. Welcome, Jan. So, F-15E preview, Strike Eagle. The DCS F-15E Strike Eagle by Razbam has entered our final validation and testing phase. This is a very F-15 heavy newsletter this week. And in fact, F-15 news is the only thing we have this week. So we'll just need to deal with that. Sadly, there's nothing else to report. F-15E Strike Eagle by Razbam has entered final validation and testing phase. The pre-order, which comes with a 30% discount, is currently planned for the 15th of February 2023. Once the pre-order begins, we anticipate the F-15E to be released into early access a few months later, and perhaps sooner. So, take note, everybody, a few months later. This is the official line. That's the first time that we've actually had an official line for the early access release, so that's really, really good. Up until now, they've only been telling us about the pre-order, so very good. Frantic Stone, mark my words, it's a bait and switch. Don't listen to him, chat. He's playing with your emotions. He's just playing with your heart. Don't pay any attention to him. So, yep, sorry, just catching up with chat here. So, as Mole says, they're sounding optimistic. It's already on internal build. The most recent videos that we've seen from Matt Wagner have been with multi-threading, I think. Yeah, I think he's been demonstrating multi-threading in DLSS in the closed beta build. It's not a tornado. Yep. Mole, it's best to forget the Kiwa until it literally releases. I know, sad, but probably true. The Kiowa will come when the Kiowa is ready. I respect Polychop's approach on this. They're not going to be teasing it too much until it's time for it to release. And I'm very, very excited about the Kiowa. I'm currently flying quite a bit of the Polychop Gazelle and really, really enjoying it. That's me getting my Kiowa hit until the time comes. So, Be Afraid of the Dark, Part 1, F-15E Digital Book. Be Afraid of the Dark, Part 1 tells the story of the F-15E Strike Eagle's inception, development, entry into service, and operational history up until 2002, Suite 3E standard. Based on extensive original research at Boeing's historical archives, interviews with the men and women who turned the idea of an air-to-ground optimized Eagle into a reality, and access to the frontline crews who rode the aircraft into combat between 1990 and 2002, the book totals 100,000 words of insight. Words? Why are we doing words, not pages? Technical discussion and anecdotes, all gloriously illustrated by 150 color images. That's actually quite impressive. This impressive book was authored by Steve Davies, a highly reputed military aerospace defense writer, host of the 10% True podcast, and occasional co-author and contributor to DCS campaigns. Steve has revised portions of the original text and reimagined the design of the book for this unique partnership between 10% True, Razbam, and Eagle Dynamics, and we hope it makes your experience of flying the mighty Strike Eagle even richer and more fulfilling. Steve plans to revisit the text to include F-15E developments and operations between 2003 and 2023. This will be available in time through his website as Be Afraid of the Dark Part 2. Yeah, because of course we now have the F-15EX, which is entering service with the US Air Force, which is pretty cool. Tog, meanwhile, there there's a Hind out there and no one ever talks about it or does training videos for it. Well. I have already committed to doing the Mirage 2000C next, so I'm terribly sorry, Tog, but it's going to be a little bit longer. I do intend to get to the Hind, because the Hind is a really cool aircraft, and Eagle have modelled it quite nicely so far, although it is as yet not finished, but it's already at a stage where it could definitely have a set of training videos, I think. Pink Floyd, didn't the GR do some Hind tutorials before their lovers spat with ED and the death of their tutorials? I don't know what you're talking about, Pink Floyd, but that's very exciting. That sounds like very exciting gossip. I want to hear more. Yes, tell us all about it. Griff Nizzle, 10% True is a rad channel. Starbaby rant against the Viper driver, comparing it to F4 was Giga Chad. Okay, this is some Gen Z stuff I'm not following. But yes, I agree. 10% True is a very nice channel. I've watched some of their videos, and his delivery is actually fantastic, much better than mine. I don't know why you're watching this trash. You should be watching 10% True. He's better. Hi, Yasad. 4 minutes late. Oh, your message is now gone. Does anyone watch GR? They produce a lot of content. I don't, but yeah, I'm sure there's something in there worth watching. They have a lot of stuff. Mole, the attack helis in general are a lot of fun. ED just needs to work on ground AI and damage modeling / splash damage. Yeah, that's true. The kind of blast damage and fragmentation damage has always been underrepresented in DCS. It's gotten better over the years. Like, it's actually much better than it used to be, but yeah, still not great. Pink Floyd, there was some bad blood between GR and ED when the Apache came out, and they stopped doing in-depth tutorials. I didn't know that. Like, I've not watched Grim Reapers for years now, so I didn't realise that had happened. Interesting, very interesting. Who doesn't like a bit of excitement in the community? Hopefully nothing ever happens to me. F15E instruction, not so tutorial series. As with most 4th generation fighters, the F15E is a highly complex aircraft to master. It certainly is. In addition to the manual and included training missions, Razbam has teamed up with former F-15E weapons system officer to create a series of DCS F-15E instructional videos. We highly recommend watching them to get a head start learning this beast. I can second that. Notso's videos are brilliant, and in fact he released a new one this week, which we will bring up. Oops, loud. I normally turn off the audio. Yeah, he's got this one here, APG 70 Part 2, track modes, STT and TWS. Well worth a look. Notso's channel is absolutely fantastic. Frantic Stone, Tornado will be here 2025. Yeah, that may well be the case. Is GBU 24 for F18 feature complete? No, Nicola, I do not think it is at the present time. They were talking about some additional stuff needing to be implemented for it. It's absolutely usable, and some of its more advanced features are present, but it's not complete. No, I don't think so. Tog, just in time for End of the World, if that USAF Transport Commander's documents right. Okay. Griff Nizzle, that damn thing is going to be the Eye of Sauron in MP. Yes, this is probably one of the most capable air-to-air radars, apart from the AWACS, that we have in the game. So, there's not really much, with the audio off and so on, there's not really much to see here with this video. I very much recommend that everybody checks out Notso's channel. In fact, checks out his entire F15E Strike video playlist and takes a look at this video. It's very, very interesting. I wasn't familiar with some of these air-to-air operation modes. I'm wondering if they were fully modelled in Jane's F15E Strike Eagle. Because while all the symbology and so on looks familiar, especially the kind of star for your primary track, I don't remember things like raster mode and so on, which he demonstrates here, which is a very, very cool feature. Like, before you enter an STT, it kind of pulls out the different tracks within a certain area and allows you to refine your selection, which is pretty cool. I've never seen that before. Can't wait for ED to put in a playable Chinese balloon. Oh, very good, very good. 4 minutes late, a new record. Currently enjoying DCS helicopters a bit more. The Apache is smooth. I've not flown the Apache much. In fact, I've spent more time as the co-pilot gunner in the Apache as of late. But I do want to give it a go. When it comes to the helicopters, I've mostly been flying the Gazelle recently. And been having quite a bit of fun doing so. Nicola, thanks. I thought, but wasn't sure. One more question. I was absent from DCS for a year or so. How do you set up the new fusing system for some of the bombs in load menu? That is actually an incomplete feature. It's not entirely there yet, but basically what you will see is you can only do it with bombs that are loaded singly. That's the most important thing to note right now, and I think only the Mark 80 bombs are currently supported. But if you load a Mark 80 series bomb, you will get a yellow triangle at the top left of the weapon on its pylon when you're in the mission editor or similar. And if you left click on that yellow triangle, you'll get a pop-up window that allows you to choose the fuse, the activation delay, and the impact delay. So, yeah. It's some of the stuff actually that Matt Wagner already demonstrated in the F-15C cockpit, in fact. You can now do that from within the mission editor. I don't know what kind of a solution they're going to have for racked bombs, because as of right now you cannot adjust the racked bombs. I also don't know how much of a difference choosing the different fuses makes yet. I don't know if all of their characteristics are simulated yet. So they have said it's a work in progress, but it is present in the mission editor as of right now if you have the latest version of 2.8.2 on open beta. Ernest Winslow, does the F15E book by Steve get out with pre-order release? We could be reading that pending when the early access comes. That's a great question. I have no idea. I would assume no, because they're probably going to give you like a single digital delivery all in one go, but not a clue. Really don't know. It would be well worth asking Eagle Dynamics that on the forum and see what they say. You're very welcome, Nicola. Happy to answer when I actually know what the answer is. So yeah, this is actually this is probably one of the shortest news shows that we've ever had. There is literally only F-15 news this week, and that is super exciting. I have to say, I'm really looking forward to the F-15E Strike Eagle. It will be for sure something that I'll be making videos on as soon as it's released, and I'm wondering how much of my old Jane's F-15E Strike Eagle experience will come into play here, because I played that game a lot. I think I probably still remember quite a bit of it, but almost certainly I don't remember everything. So it's going to be a lot of fun putting that old muscle memory back into practice. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that is basically it as far as this week's news goes. There's not been anything else that's been happening. It's all F-15 or nothing this week, chat. But hey, what can we do? I'm sure there'll be something exciting to talk about next week. And I hope you all enjoyed the F-14 video. Like I said, I am going to produce some more Black Shark content, so stay tuned for that. And as soon as I've got the F-14 tutorial series dealt with, I'll be moving on to the Mirage M2000C. Give me shout-outs if you're wanting any particular aircraft given attention for future series. I'll see what I can do, and I will do stuff based on people's preference there. Breakout Jane's if it's on Steam. I don't know. Anyway, yes, let's pimp the VAF, as I often do. The VAF, or the Virtual Air Force, is an online virtual squadron that was originally started by myself and dotChuckles. It has an opt-in milsim approach. You have the option of joining the squadron as a freelancer, flying whatever you want, whenever you want, or alternatively, you can join one of the internal numbered squadrons. We currently have squadrons for the Apache, the A-10, the Harrier, the F-16, and the F-18. We also have people playing in the European and North American time zones, so that's something that we now do. Also, it's possible to join the Discord and just hang out. You don't have to fly with us if you don't want to. It's a really great community of DCS and flight sim aficionados, and you're very, very welcome to join us. Everybody is welcome to join the Discord. If you want to find our Discord, it's in the show notes below. Go ahead and click that link and say hello. We're all jonesing for the Strike Eagle, says Pink Floyd. Nicola, watch some Razbam pre-release videos. F-15E really feels like an expanded F-15C. I hope it will be flyable as single pilot. It will definitely be flyable as single pilot, but will it be effective? I would say probably no. Like once, you can do navigating flight single seat, front seater only, but once you get into your target area, you are going to want that back seater. I guess if you're in single player, you can kind of active pause, active pause, active pause. But I suggest, fly it in multiplayer, have a back seater, you're going to have a much better time. And then later, after the early access release, they have stated that they're going to work on an AI Wizzo, and that will make it much, much better. But I think at release, you're going to have a human back seater, really, to get the most out of it. Stiggy Wiggy bought the BS3 today over the F15E, but that's because I'm mainly flying helos. Black Shark 3 is pretty good. It's pretty good. New persistent mission is coming up in the VAF. That's true. We're starting a brand new campaign on Tuesday, and it will be our first ever persistent campaign, which is going to be very, very exciting. Nico, whatever you want. I wonder if anyone has ever once brought in Christian Eagle. I don't even own that aircraft, but if enough people wanted it, I would buy it and I would do a series on it for you guys. I will take one for the team. I will fly just about any aircraft that you guys want a series on, if there's enough interest, if people will actually watch the video, because that's what drives my content, is that I want to make videos that people will watch, and if you will all watch Christian Eagle content, then I will make it. So no suggestion is a silly suggestion. BS3 has been some fun. Still prefer its hands-on approach versus the Apache. Sim Taylor, sorry I'm late, boys. Howdy. Yes, we're actually practically done. There's not that much going on this week. Sim Taylor. Abby Abs, I thought Razbam said you can control everything from the front seat. No, that's not true. You can actually access all of the pages in the MPDs, both front and back, but the reality is it's far too much to manage. If you're going to try and single seat this in the combat zone, you are not going to be combat effective, that's for sure. I-16 when, says Griff Nizzle. Oof. Hey, as I said, if we get enough requests, I will do it. Sim Taylor, crap. Don't worry about it, it's fine. You can rewind or you can watch again later. Have no fear. So anyway, I've been DPAC. I post a new tutorial video every Saturday. It's 6:30 p.m. UK time. Currently working on the F-15E tutorial series that will continue next week, and I've also been throwing out the occasional Black Shark tutorial as well. That will also continue, and then that's always followed by the DCS news, which just happens to be this thing, what you're watching right now. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. That's a huge help to me and to the channel. The subscriber count has just been going up and up. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support. If you'd like to support me further in making these videos, then you have the option of joining DPAC's ground crew by clicking the join button below and paying a small monthly fee. I really appreciate those who do. It's also a super big help. Thank you so much for that. And big shout out to the people who've already done that. Frantic Stone, Mr. Yeti, Griff Nizzle, Chandro Hedgevald, J.R. Walker, Mangash, Channel Wright, Storm Kimbari, Byron Farrow, Leo Netzel, Harish Rajan, Pink Floyd, Bread, and Tier Zero. Thank you very much, all of you, for your support. Nico, F-15EX can do everything from both seats. F-15E cannot. That is correct. They, in fact, altered the F-15EX. Well, the F-15EX has this brand new, huge display. It's kind of like the one in the F-35, but even bigger, and it can be split into different segments in the same way the F-35s can. It has that same display in the front and in the back, and so yes, in the F-15EX you can do everything from either seat, and in fact the F-15EX is even what would you call it exactly? Like permitted or cleared? I guess cleared for single seat operations, whereas the F-15E is not. You would never fly an F-15E without the back seater. So there you go. Cool. Alrighty. Anyway, that's everything I have for this week. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I salute you all. Fly safe, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta.